Hello fellow Helldivers, Thornton here. Iron Sights started to go ahead and post some images that show that the Illuminate are closer than we think and have started to appear a little bit as well. We're going to go over everything we know, but without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So we know we are getting new enemy types for the Terminids and also the automatons, but thanks to Iron Sights, we did get some new information on the Illuminate, which will be coming in the near future. In fact, he went ahead and showed us the Illuminate actually seemed to be observing us. What you'll see in the background right there is actually called an observer, and he was nice enough to go ahead and 3D model it, and you can see it right here as it kind of flows through the air. It's got a giant beam in the front of its head, and this is an enemy type we actually have not talked about too much, at least in regards to the Illuminate. Iron Sights went ahead and actually let us know how this works. The Observer is a lone scout unit which seeks out divers to alert other Illuminate of. Its main weapon is its eyes, which can fire arcs of lightning, and upon spotting a diver, the Observer will activate its alarm, attracting other squids to its location. It's overall a small unit, being only around 0.9 meters wide and 2.3 meters long. However, it seems to be very agile in combat. Now, this is actually pretty interesting. It lets us know that there's a scouting party coming ahead for the Illuminate, but what exactly is going to happen when this thing gets summoned? Well, we do know of a bunch of other types of units for the Illuminate. This right here is actually Illuminate Guy, and he has a staff type weapon which is referred to as a light spear, and this will actually fire a beam at you, so this is a ranged unit. However, they also are going to be having melee units, as this is the same enemy type. However, he wields a two-handed axe, which will probably go ahead and toss our Helldivers left and right if he is as formidable as it would seem. They're also going to go ahead and introduce magic into the game, because the Adept is going to be a wielder of magic who has a unique attack called the Void Flame. According to the datamine files, it's able to dodge and it can also hover, which it does a lot. There's also going to be brand new tripod units, which remind me of War of the Worlds. There's going to be a tier 1 that you can see right here in the animations. Once again, all this information comes from Iron Sights, so thank you again and credit to him. There will also be a tier 2 tripod which looks similar. However, tier 2 is darker, slightly larger, and much more armored than the default tripod. I imagine this will not be the first wave of Illuminate that come in, but they'll introduce the tier 1 and then there will be an upgrade to tier 2. There are some other things we know about but just don't have a lot of details on. There is a fully textured Outcast which comes with a beamer weapon right here, and it also has the ability to plunk down force fields, as you can see in the image. There is also the Illusionist, which we do have models for, and we can see that it hovers, and it kind of reminds me of a Prophet from Halo. However, there wasn't anything I could find online on how these guys will function or exactly what they do. However, with the title Illusionist, well, I imagine they have the ability to create illusions. There's also this Illuminate sword guy, which just looks like he's wielding a giant buster sword or anime sword. We know almost nothing about him. There's a model in the game files, as you can see, and the sword is actually longer than he is, so it'll be interesting to see if this is a giant melee weapon that comes in. All that being said, we did get a lot of information again from Iron Sights about new mission objectives that will be coming when the Illuminate arrive. There's the Proto Droid, where your goal is to escort an Illuminate VIP to an extraction shuttle, and the Proto Droid can deploy a shield, fire lightning, and self-destruct, so hopefully it helps us out a little bit in keeping these guys off of our backs. There's also going to be the Neuro Persuasion, which I think might actually have something to do with the Illusionist. It's a device with its main function is unknown. It may be used with mind scramble or hallucinogenic status effects that will be coming to the game. There's also going to be a dark fluid harvester that will fire a beam into the ground to extract dark fluid. The harvester has 3 force fields and a weak spot at the center of them, and the harvester size is comparable to that of a Bile Titan. But there are also going to be crash dark fluid harvesters, which are an alternate, and the harvester is significantly smaller. Iron Sights was actually able to show us one in game, and the background is very gray, fog of war, but you can clearly see it sticking out of the ground, so it'll be interesting once again if this is some kind of objective or just something scattered around the map as an asset. There will also be the Illuminate artifact, where our goal is to locate and extract this artifact. However, we don't really know too much about what it could be, though there is also something about rituals, which makes a lot of sense with the Adept Mage. Well, not much is known about this. You can interrupt a ritual which will cause an earthquake, and the ritual sequence will begin. And the massive object is a raised building is actually tied to it, and you can see some tier 2 tripods below that as well. So overall, it is very clear that Arrowhead has actually devolved a ton of lore and information, and also battle designs that are very new for when the Illuminate do arrive. When they'll arrive though, we don't really know yet, because we've been looking at the Meridia black hole and hearing their whale sounds come from it on the other side, yet we have not seen any physical sign other than some leaks in data mines that indicate that they are on the way. But like I said, we just don't know when. Let me know down below, what are your guys' thoughts about the Illuminate coming in the near future? Or are you just happy that the automatons and also the Terminids have gotten brand new enemy types? Also, don't forget to check out this video and this video right here where I cover more news on Helldivers 2. And until next time, everyone, thanks for stopping by. keep spreading democracy.